Kenyan athlete Koros Ken has emerged victorious in the first ever Enugu City International Marathon, taking home a grand prize of $15,000. It was a dominant rowing by Kenyan runners who swept the podium in both the male and female categories. According to World Athletics, Ken Koros has recorded personal best of 9 minutes 12.6 seconds in the 3,000 meters steeplechase achieved in March 2012 and 30 minutes 12 seconds in the 10 kilometers road race achieved in June 2007. These times suggest that he has been active in a competitive running for over a decade, although he has not been widely recognized on the international stage until his recent victory. Fellow Kenyans Steve Rouseway and Bernard Sang clinched second and third place respectively, earning $10,000 and $5,000 in prize money. In the women's category, Kenya continues its dominance with Charlene Chepkir Koch claiming the top spot. Among Nigerian participants, Davo Ezekiel from Jos stood out as the fastest homegrown runner, earning the 3 million naira prize reserved for the top performing indigenous athletes. The marathon exceeded expectations with impressive turnout, electrifying atmosphere, and a high level of organization, earning it praise as a world-class event. Over 100 international elite athletes participated alongside thousands of Nigerian runners, making the debut edition a historic success. Governor Peter Mbah, who personally ran in the 10-kilometer race, lauded the event for its unifying power and promised even greater support for future editions. He says, quote, "This race has showed us the power of sports and what it can do in galvanizing our youth. I am truly impressed with what I have seen, and we are motivated to make it even bigger next year," the governor said. The Enugu City International Marathon has not only set a high standard for road races in Nigeria, but has also positioned Enugu as a rising hub for international sporting events.
So the Enugu International Marathon, this is the starting point. Opitamba is flat enough, yes! Enugu International Marathon. Are we fine?
Enugu City International Marathon is holding in the historic city of Enugu, a city that has sealed its reputation as a nurturing ground for sporting talents, from athletics to football and across every fields of sporting endeavor. And we're expecting that the best fit will emerge as the winner. As I mentioned last year, that we want to grow the profile of this marathon to become a major highlight in the International Athletics Federation calendar. Yes, I'm eagerly awaiting to join and to be part of the last lap.
In the bustling city of Enugu, something remarkable is happening. Where once stood broken benches, rusted swings, and abandoned walkways, now stand vibrant, world-class recreational parks, alive with energy, laughter, and renewed hope. At the helm of his transformation is Governor Peter Mbah, whose bold vision for Enugu State is fast becoming a reality. From Ejin Park in Coal Camp to the once forgotten corners of Ngo, Wani, and New Haven, these parks are no longer relics of forgotten past. They are symbols of a brighter, healthier future. Football pitches, swimming pools, basketball and tennis courts, children's playgrounds, and game arcades, all built not just as amenities, but as a commitment to the well-being of the people. This is more than just a makeover. This is a movement, a rebirth of Enugu's public life, one park at a time. Stay with us as we take you on a tour of these stunning transformations and show you why Enugu is fast becoming a model city in Nigeria. In the heart of Enugu City, a quiet transformation is unfolding, one that speaks to hope, renewal, and a bold vision for the future. Once forgotten and overtaken by time and neglect, the recreation parks that dotted the city's landscape, cracked pavements, broken benches, rusty swings, and overgrown weeds, and now rising from the ashes of disrepair. At the center of this rebirth is Governor Pitamba, a man determined to redefine public spaces and breathe new life into the soul of the city. With focus, intent, and unwavering commitment, he has embarked on an ambitious journey to revamp and modernize some of Enugu's most iconic yet neglected parks. Take Ejindu Park in Kokam, for instance. Once a dusty, deserted expanse, today it hums with the sound of possibility. Football pitches now stretch wide across freshly leveled ground, inviting young talent to play. Not far from there, the rhythmic splash of water from newly built swimming pools echoes a promise of joy and leisure for families and children alike. Nguo Park, long overlooked, is now home to world-class basketball courts and lawn tennis arenas that bring the spirit of competition back to the people. Meanwhile, at Eze Park in Owani, vibrant murals now color the walkways, and sleek game arcades draw crowds of energetic youths eager to unwind and reconnect. And then there is Naju Park in New Haven, once a ghost of its former self, now stands as a symbol of Governor Mba's mission, a space transformed, buzzing with laughter from children's recreational facilities, the bounce of basketballs, the cheer of football fans, and the relaxing calm of landscape gardens that invites reflection. This is more than a renovation project, it's a deliberate reinvestment in the people. Governor Mba's vision is restoring more than structures. He's restoring communities, well-being, and pride. In a time when many Nigerian cities are losing touch with the value of public spaces, Enugu is setting a new standard where parks are not only places of play, but pillars of urban revival. So when next you walk through the newly reborn parks of Enugu, remember, it's not just concrete and turf. It's a testament to leadership that sees beauty in the broken and chooses to build again. Let's take you round on a major tour of some monumental transformation of Enugu projects across the state. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Would always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. So the other day, the government was talking about rehabilitating and reconstructing 141 roads across Enugu state. Ones that are dilapidated, the ones that not being constructed. It's a mixture of the whole thing. You know, a whole lot of persons were saying, "Oh, it's one of those things that they say now. They will say they will do one thing and they don't do it." You know, I laugh at those people. You know why? This is the only governor so far that would even come out to explain to you why there are certain things that he has not done that he promised to do. One of the examples, of course, is the water thing. He promised 180 days, but it happened that he explained. He explained because it's not like it was a town hall he explained or it was somebody else. He explained to people who cared to listen. I mean, I hosted a Twitter space where I asked him that question directly, and other people even asked him the same question. How come your 180 days is now becoming 300 days? We haven't seen any water. But he explained that it's not. Nobody can say there's not been effort to say, okay, there's something like that. There has been effort. In fact, at some point, we're even confused. There's sometimes that the construction of road would the construction of the pipe, the removal of the pipes and refurbishing and then changing of the pipes would be, interfering with traffic. You can imagine the roads now that we are complaining that is even tiny in Enugu now becomes tinier when you have to dig out the pipe and replace them. This is only governor that explains to you what happens and why he has not done what he is supposed to do. But yes, thank God that the pipes, we are getting to a point where we would finally get to the water into every home. But again, it's past 180 days. He said the construction is still going on. At least we can see that it's happening. It's not like, it is going on and we cannot see anything. You guys have not come to terms of the fact that this guy is not your regular politician. The only political appointment that he's ever held in his life is the one that Chimaroka gave him in his first order as Commissioner for Finance. After that, he went away and established his own business, and he has been tremendously successful in business. I mean, for somebody to be a CEO of Pinnacle Oil, what do you think they give you the fine? He like money na water. He is the actual money na water. So when it comes to say somebody's stealing money and not using it to do it, I mean, it's neither here nor there. You can't place it anywhere. But at least we are seeing what he's doing now. For somebody who has been an accomplished businessman, who has grown a business from zero to multi-billion dollars that it is today, and he finds himself in government, just look at what he's doing. Is it possible to find these kinds of people across board who are not the regular politician? Yes, they may have had some stints with government from here and there, but their background, what they have done for themselves in terms of business, running their own business, and accomplished businessmen, can we be looking towards that direction in getting them to rule over us as government, either as state government or federal government, as the case may be? And what I mean, proven, no, you can go and point at this particular business, he grew it from here to here. Can we have those kinds of people? Those are the kind of people that we should be looking out for, you know. But again, back to the topic. This 141 roads, we are constructing and reconstruction, rehabilitating 141 roads. And he thought about the fact that for us to be able to achieve all of this construction and reconstruction of roads across board, we should have an asphalt company. An asphalt company that would produce, this asphalt that is the critical, component in establishment and construction of roads. And he went on and constructed it. I know there were criticism at the time. Why are you establishing a construction company owned by the state government? And it is now showing that it was very necessary. If there is a company that constructs roads, if you engage a company that constructs roads, that they have to produce, they have to engage, some of these companies in order to produce asphalt for them to construct the roads. And so because of that, the price of the road construction goes high. Say, for instance, if a road construction of 2 kilometers is like 30 million naira, with this particular asphalt company in Enugu, the road construction that is costing 30 million naira will be reduced by half. Will be like between 10 and 15 million naira. Remember also that this particular road construction asphalt company belongs to the Enugu state. So whatever is saved from that, it will still keep it within the state. So it's a win-win situation. I mean, there's no reason for you to now start running from one place to another. I want to go and get asphalt, or we don't have what it takes to do asphalt. Because of that, you have to now increase the price of the construction of the road. In fact, I even heard other states are even coming into Enugu to get asphalt from that particular place. Other state governors are coming into the state to get those asphalt in order for them to construct their own roads, because it's cheaper than telling a company to go ahead. So when you negotiate with a company and say, we're producing the asphalt for you, all you need to do is to get manpower, get this, get that, and get the asphalt done. The construction of the road will be far better. I mean, if you need to replace something, the thing is within the state. And look at where we are today. So it is easy for somebody to stay where they are and criticize. And it's also easy for you to look as an individual. Just look beyond the headlines. So look beyond what people are telling you. Look beyond what opposition is saying. Look beyond what anybody is saying. I mean, these days we've seen that opposition, has been dwindled by the recent movement and moves that the PDP is making in the state. So let's listen to what the governor said on the day he was inaugurating that asphalt company. Let's listen to him and clearly listen to what he says. I'll be back after this.
our infrastructure in Enugu State is world class. We understand that investment will come, investors will come, but only to the extent that we enable it as government. So ours is to have a government-enabled but private sector-driven economy. And that's why we're going the extra mile to enable that environment. But most importantly, to also help the private sector de-risk the investment flow to our state. It's not just production of asphalt where we have to buy the inputs. We're also, in a few days from now, we're also going to be inaugurating a plant where we're going to be mining and crushing the stones that we need to feed these plants. So we're going to have everything in Enugu localized. We're also blessed with bitumen. So we're not going to go too far to procure our bitumen. It is our hope that we're going to start the exploration of our bitumen in the state. So in few years' time, we're going to be able to also produce the bitumen that we'll use to feed these plants.
Now, the governor knew what that asphalt company would do. I mean, kissing bad road goodbye with that construction is key to his project, is key to what he wants to do. And so we also had the lead engineer speak about what the asphalt is doing in terms of what it churns out every day and every second, every moment that it's put into work. Listen to this.
The production time for a ton of asphalt in this asphalt plant is 23 seconds, meaning that in 45 seconds it can drop 2 tons of asphalt. The process starts from the hot elevator to the screen, and the screen is what makes it unique. The screen is where the materials, if you are doing a wearing course or you're doing a binder, that's where the separation is being done, the one up there. Then from the screen to the beam, the collector, then the mixer where bitumen is added, and within 5 seconds the jaw opens and it drops the asphalt. It's highly automated. It's not only capable of handling large-scale projects, but it's also incredibly efficient and cost-effective.
Amen.
So now we have not seen how important that asphalt company is and that establishment of that particular asphalt company is to the Enugu State as it relates to construction of roads. So when a governor says, like Peter Mba says, I'm going to construct 10,000 kilometers of road, believe him. Believe him, because I mean we have everything within the state to construct it. What is there? All it needs to do is probably just engage more manpower, increase the capacity of the asphalt production company, and enter roads and clear out everywhere. Haven't you seen the speed at which some of these roads are being constructed? Haven't you seen the speed? I mean, sometimes I wonder, are you sure this road, is not done by spirits? He uses this speed. There's a kind of speed he uses. Before you know it, they're clearing your road. The next thing they see, they're doing some quota. The next thing they have done the needful. I'm just wary about the fact that it's a rainy season. When rain falls this way, I mean, it truncates a lot of things. It stops a lot of things from happening. I've seen their equipment almost every part of Enugu State. I've seen their equipment around Tinker's Corner. Some places I have already been paved, to be asphalted very soon in Tinker's Corner. I was shocked when I even saw it. I have seen their equipment at New Haven. I've also seen their equipment around the Transekulu axis. I know there's a complaint, very huge complaint about Transekulu axis. I'm talking about the Tipa garage area, the School of Dental axis. That road, looks bad. It's been bad for a long time, and I'm sure that particular road is one of the 141 inner city road that has been earmarked for reconstruction. So I would leave you with this particular video of some residents speaking largely about the fund and the relief in the construction of their roads done by Peter. But I think one of them was very profound about what he was saying, that landlords, because of the construction of the road, might now start looking at increasing the price for rents. I mean, this is actually what happens with the rent increase across Enugu. Rent increase have shot up more than double, in the past year, because of the fact that the designation of some areas are as urban areas across Enugu State that was once hitherto called rural areas. So when you have those places designated as urban areas, roads go there, street lights go there, water amenities go there. And so because amenities go there, landlords who have properties around those areas, start shooting up their prices. And of course, there's always a deficit for housing. There's a huge deficit for housing in Enugu State. I can't even say it's just for Enugu State, but for Nigeria as a whole. Housing deficit is tremendously on the high side. The ones that are available are too exorbitant, and the ones that you can afford are killing you. They're increasing their rents, almost every day. So I think that's the one thing that the government is going to do in that direction. I hear about the bill in the State House of Assembly that has passed second reading. I'm sure that I've had stakeholders who have come out to speak on that housing bill, which has gathered a lot of reaction, stating that it's about time to regulate this housing thing. I mean, it is just about time, so that we can actually have people who would not just come into the state to live, but also come to the state to invest. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.
You don't need to know anybody in government for the road to your home or your houses to be paved. You don't need to come to government house to get your roads paved.
We are thanking God for bringing somebody like that to us. Personally, looking at some Polina too much.
I am Mr. Godgive Anyogunam. I'm walking along the street called Nanka Street. I'm a Ganebita by profession. I'm so more excited. The governor is trying so much. This street we are here now, for centuries they have not touched it. Any government patana naju eba ndine eba hefa hamel. Mana governor Kitamba has take it on him that he will walk every look and corner in this new haven. So with what I'm seeing, the governor can see it is trying. And I pray that God will lead him for more tenure to achieve all his aim concerning Enugu State. I'm begging the landlord, because after this now I know they will increase their house rents. They should allow us to enjoy the good things the governor has, bring to this side of New Haven extension, for the tenants to enjoy before I know they will increase, but I'm begging them not now.